And we're up to 73 degrees downtown. The news is brought to you by WBET. I'm Steve Winslow for WBET News.
Well, that was nice of us to do that.
Thank you. Isn't that great? And at 8:13, here he is, Charlie Bergeron.
1907, on this date in history, the first taxi cab started on the streets of New York City. 1907, August 13th. August 14th, 1907, the first report of a traffic accident involving a taxi cab. I don't know. 1914, Carl Wickman could not sell his car, so he began using it as a taxi to haul people in Minnesota. The big 700-passenger Hupmobile was sometimes jammed with people. When business prospered, he bought more. Can't be a 700-passenger Hupmobile. Must have been 70. And eventually his business became the Greyhound Corporation.
Oh.
And they're still doing pretty well.
Yes.
In 1935, I didn't realize it started this early, 20,000 fans in Chicago attended the very first roller derby.
Wow.
Are they still doing roller derby?
It's one of those fads. It comes, it goes. I think it's in a downward trend at the moment.
Okay. I remember still, God, I don't know, it had to be 30 or 40 years ago now, that I went to a roller derby at the, in Braintree at the, what was the name of the hockey rink that used to be over there? I can't think of the name of it now, but they had roller derby there. And I was a big roller derby.
I was too. I love it. Remember the, New York Chiefs, I think it was?
I don't remember the names of the teams or anything, but...
The LA T-Birds?
Yeah, the LA T-Birds, yep, right, you're right. And I loved roller derby.
Oh, I still do. It came back in the mid-'90s for a brief period, and I was in heaven.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it, but it wasn't like the old days. It just seemed more... Of course, it was all fabricated, and you knew that anyway. But
no,
yeah, I know, it's hard to
really?
believe, but that's the way it was.
Oh.
But I guess as we get a little older, we get a little more. I don't know. It's an amazing... And I just thought it was just so cool. And,
I did too.
Yeah. 8:15 on WBET. We'll check roads for you in just a minute with Quentin Migliore. Report brought to you by Sovereign Bank. Money on your mind. Sovereign Bank has red carpet service guaranteed. Call 877-SOVBANK or go online to sovereignbank.com.
Inventory in, money out. Inventory out, money in. Imports, exports, so many transactions, so much to keep track of. AP, AR, taxes, reports. I need reports. Make better decisions. Gotta go through that proposal. Where's my pen? Note to self. Check out Tokyo deal. Okay, let's go through the mail. Bill. Ooh, a check. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, great. I'm talking to the mail. I'm talking to myself. I better get some help.
Money on your mind? At Sovereign Bank, we know how important and all-consuming money can be. So we do everything we can to help you build a better business account. From free business checking to cutting-edge online cash management, we're here for you with red carpet service guaranteed. Stop by your nearest Sovereign Community Banking office. Call us at 1-877-768-1145 or visit us at sovereignbank.com today. Sovereign Bank. Member FDIC.
8:16 on WBET. Let's go out check the roads for you now with Quentin Migliore. Quentin.
Thank you, Charlie. A couple things we're looking at right now on 95 North. A couple of right lane breakdowns right at the Mansfield Rest area. They're in the clearing stages now. Should be out of there very soon. 24 North, slow ride approaching 140 in Taunton. Reported spit out at 128. At 27. We'll check that out for you. Heading up 128 right now. No big deal to speak of. Randolph to Weston filling in a little bit. The expressway busy from Freeport to Columbia and heading up Route 3 right now. Still a good ride, just a tap of the brakes by Union Street. This update brought to you by JCPenney. What's inside? The JCPenney two-day sale, Friday and Saturday, save 20 to 50% store-wide, plus great two-day only back-to-school deals. It's all inside JCPenney. I'm Quentin Migliore, 1460 WBET.
Thanks, Quentin. 8:17 on WBET, and sports is next. And sports brought to you by Irving's Home Center, corner of Main and Pleasant Streets. Irving's Home Center is Brockton's one-stop decorating center. Pedro Martinez led the way. Red Sox 6-0 winners over the Devil Rays at Fenway Park. Red Sox take 3 of 4 from the D-Rays, and for the Red Sox, Pedro just terrific, winning his 13th game, struck out 10, went the route, allowing just 6 hits, 5 base hits, and a double. And the Red Sox offense in gear with another 15-hit attack. David Ortiz and Bill Miller each had 3 hits. With the victory, the Red Sox now lead the wild card by 1 over Anaheim and 2 over Texas. Sox and Chicago White Sox open a weekend set tonight at Fenway. Tim Wakefield opposes Jose Contreras. To the scoreboard, where Baltimore beat Anaheim 6-1, so the Red Sox get the one-game lead. Texas 2 off the wild card after the Yankees beat the Rangers by a score of 5-1. Detroit over Oakland 5-3. White Sox beat Kansas City 3-2. Minnesota over Seattle 6-3. Indians blanked or beat the Jays by a score of 6-2. In the National League, the Padres outscored the Cubs 5-4, so the Padres within one game of the Cubs for the wild card in the National League. Cincinnati over the Dodgers 6-5. Giants shut out Pittsburgh 7-0. Jason Schmidt wins his 15th. Florida over the Cardinals 8-2. Atlanta 4, Milwaukee 2. Colorado beat the Phillies 3-1. Montreal won their 5th straight, beating Arizona 7-5, and the Mets over Houston 2-1. Exhibition football tonight at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. It's game 1 of a 4-game exhibition slate for the Patriots. They welcome the Eagles to town tonight. PGA Golf Championship, Darren Clark with a 7 under par 65 has the first round lead, birdied the first 4 holes. He's one better than Ernie Els and Justin Leonard. Clark had 9 birdies in his round. Vijay Singh, Scott Verplank are 2 off the pace. Tiger Woods is 10 back, shooting a 75-3 over par yesterday. Women's star Dawn Staley has been picked by U.S. team leaders to carry the American flag. It's today's opening ceremonies in Athens, Greece. Dawn Staley, a 2-time Olympic and World Championship gold medalist in basketball. And the Brockton Rocks last night rained out. They wanted to get one in Elmira. It didn't work out, so they'll play 2 starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Our coverage of Brockton Rocks baseball begins at 6:45 after the Peter and Hank Sports Talk Show. We'll get you the tail end of Game 1, I'm sure, and then Game 2 in its entirety. Rocks baseball tonight, 6:45 here on WBET. And there's sports for now. Check your forecast from the Metro South Weather Center in a minute.
Are you planning to paint the outside of your home, but you're not quite sure which paint to buy? Just stop into Irving's Home Center and ask for California paint. For over 75 years, homeowners and professional painters have looked to California paint for high-quality interior and exterior finishes. California is unbeatable. In fact, the nation's leading consumer magazine rigorously tests paint brands, and they consistently rate California's exterior paint number 1. See the professionals at Irving's Home Center. They'll assist you in choosing a ready mixed color or custom color match, the perfect color for your home or office. At Irving's Home Center, you'll also save on wallpaper, kitchen cabinets, carpet, and flooring. Also save on verticals, mini blinds, and custom window treatments. Avoid the confusion and hassle of the giant home centers. Visit Irving's Home Center, located at the corner of Main and Pleasant Streets in Brockton, with free off-street parking. Irving's Home Center, Brockton's one-stop decorating center.
Forecast from the Metro South Weather Center. It's going to be wet, says Cameron.
This weather report brought to you by Napa Antifreeze Coolant. Make sure your car keeps its cool this summer. Stop by Napa and get $2 off a gallon of Napa Antifreeze Coolant after mail-in rebate. Napa, get the good stuff. Flood watch in effect for the day today all the way through this evening. Occasional rain, some heavy at times. Breezy and humid, mid-70s. Rain should be tapering off tonight, mid-60s. Still breezy, though. Saturday, we'll have a break with intervals of sun and clouds, highs in the lower 80s. But then more rain is likely on Sunday with highs in the low 70s. I'm meteorologist Cameron Thomas on WBET 1460.
Right around the 73-degree mark here downtown at 822. Lottery numbers, the daily was 6488, 6488. And in mass millions, numbers 11, 12, 24, 28, 38, 39, and a bonus ball of 26. Mass millions jackpot. 8:22, Bill Carpenter will handle the news line in the 9 o'clock hour between 9 and 11 today. Your calls and comments, of course, are welcome. After 11, Marion Roble and Conversations. And then, as we mentioned, Rocks tonight. We've got the PHP Realty Show at 4, and then the Rocks will come on after Pete and Hank at about 6:45 tonight here on WBET. We'll get to, in about 30 seconds, the latest from Mike Reynolds, our film clips. Rogers Insurance Agency, Inc., at 65 Pearl Street in Brockton reminds drivers that safe driving is a community project. Stay alert for our children. This message from Rogers Insurance Agency, Inc., a family-owned business celebrating over 100 years of service to our community. Whether it be auto, home, business, or life, 781-344-9192. Voted one of the top insurance agencies in the area by the Reader's Choice readers. 781-344-9192 for Rogers Insurance Agency Incorporated, where they still believe in old-fashioned service.
Anne hath a way about her, I'm Mike Reynolds with Film Clips. Perhaps you're wondering why last week saw a special DVD release of The Princess Diaries. What else but to spur more interest in a sequel hot on its heels? And who would have guessed that the Princess Diaries movie would have been so royally received as to warrant a second visit? In Princess Diaries 2, The Royal Engagement, our heroine, Mia, played by Anna Hathaway, has graduated high school and is continuing lessons in the correct way of being a princess. But it's summer vacation and she's taken her friend Lily, played by Heather Matarazzo, with her for company. Having been surprised by her lineage last time out, she receives a couple of surprises this time round. Not only will she become queen much earlier than expected, but she also will have to get married. Director Gary Marshall brings back his favorite actor, Hector Elizondo, as security boss Joseph, to join John Rhys-Davies as a greedy Viscount. Julie Andrews as the Queen, Catherine Marshall as Charlotte, Catherine Goodall, Callum Blue, and Chris Pine. And let's not forget those royal pets, Fat Louie and Maurice. I'm Mike Reynolds.
8:24, golfers tee it up right down the road in Lakeville at the Pocoy Brook Golf Club. It's a great place. Call and get a tee time. Get one today, 508-947-5261. It is a gorgeous course right in the woods in Lakeville. All the amenities, including a pro shop with the very best equipment and apparel. After the turn or maybe after the round, relax and enjoy lunch or dinner in the lounge and dining area, either inside or outside on the deck overlooking the course. Jim Botari is the pro. He'll help you with club fitting and instruction. And remember, during the week, Monday through Thursday, after 1 o'clock, you can play for $30. 508-947-5261. Pocoy Brook, Leonard Street in Lakeville, just a chip shot from exit 5 right off of 495. Play around the golf down there. You'll love it. Check them out on the web at pocoybrook.com. Pocoy Brook Golf Club is a diamond in the rough. Junior D'Amato, Car Care Corner, coming up next and brought to you by Walter Earl Chevrolet of Bridgewater.
At Walter Earl Chevrolet, you'll always find a great selection of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at low sale prices. At Walter Earl Chevrolet, you'll always get low finance rates and big rebates along with special incentives on great cars like Cavalier, Malibu, Monte Carlo, and Impala. At Walter Earl Chevrolet, you always get great service and courteous attention to your needs. Right now, get great low prices on Tahoe, Suburban, Trailblazer, Venture vans, and pickups like Silverado, S10 Crew Cab, and the all-new Colorado. At Walter Earl Chevrolet, they're an authorized factory outlet dealer of Regency luxury conversion vans, discounted thousands of dollars. At Walter Earl Chevrolet, they're proud to be Massachusetts' largest Corvette dealer. For the best service, selection, and price, you can't go wrong at Walter Earl Chevrolet, Routes 18 and 28, Bridgewater. If your car doesn't say Earl on the back, you paid too much.
Boys and girls, Junior D'Amato with today's Car Care Corner. Junior, how are you?
Charlie, Friday the 13th.
Yes, it is.
And things are pretty interesting in my world. How are things in the Charlie Bergeron world?
They're just lovely.
Okay, my world and your world, I think, may come together under these circumstances that we talk about, where the horsepower gods once again have heard your plea and your cry.
Oh, good.
Okay, you know that pretty Chevrolet SSR that they have, a kind of a 1950-looking pickup truck that they have?
Yes, I love that.
Some like yellow, black, and red ones running around?
Yep, I love them.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you didn't buy the first run of them, because now you're going to be able to have your cake and eat it, too. You can have it either way, with a 6-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic. On the big plus side is they finally found an engine to put in it.
They did?
Yes, they did. Right out of the box, Charlie. Count them up. 390. Can you say 390?
390, I can say that.
That's horsepower.
Oh, really?
That's over and above the minimal little 300 horsepower that they put in it with a 5.3 liter. Now, let's say you haven't had enough of it yet. Well, when you go home today, you can stop by your local Metro Ford dealer down in Route 44, and you can pick up one of the Rush. That's right, Rush Ford pickup trucks, okay? And count them up, Charlie. You can say 400 plus.
400 plus?
In a nice pickup truck. You can go dragging on Sunday and hauling on Monday.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay, well, things are getting really crazy in my world. They really are. Now, on top of all of this stuff, the Dodge Viper pickup truck that, was kind of useless, now you can actually put stuff in the back, and you can bring the wife and the kids in the 2 rear doors and extended cab.
Why haven't they done that sooner?
Well, you never buy, Charlie, the first year out production, just like the new Corvettes. Everybody's got all, hotsy-potsy about the new Corvette coming out in November. those people are absolutely crazy. You wait 1 year, you buy a better car, and you get a better price. But the big problem is you're not the first one on the block.
Yeah, that's true.
And people are really looking at that, and God knows which direction they're going to go. But everybody is talking about horsepower, including Toyota with their pickup trucks, more power, performance, and economy. Hybrid vehicles are not all they were cracked up to be, as you and I have talked about it. People are taking a second look at the amount of money that you have to get in mileage to pay back the extra money you're paying for that silly thing.
Hey, we got about a minute and a half here. What are you doing tomorrow for the
tomorrow we're going to talk
program?
a little bit about a Mazda pickup truck, a.k.a. Ford Ranger. They're both one and the same, and it's interesting how both Chevrolet and Ford and Mazda and GMC, that's a real weird combination, they all have the same basic truck, just a little bit different sheet metal. So we'll talk a little bit about that and how the price differentiates. And tomorrow, by the way, is no sales tax day, up to $2,500. Anything but an auto. And I don't know about motorcycles and the little SUV things they have, the ATVs for the kids and stuff, and snowmobiles. I don't know about that, but I know that it's going to be a lot of people are going to be out buying flat screen TVs, cameras, and all that stuff. And God bless them.
Yeah, God bless them.
It'll be a heck of a good time. And one other note, Charlie, it's been one hell of a great time working with you. I know that we went through a long, long time of, Charlie, you never call me back. Junior, I'm too busy. About 8 years ago, was it now?
I don't. You know what? I think it was about 34 years ago.
Well, you're almost kind of you're the best guy in the whole wide world, almost like my lawyer when it came to returning calls. But once we got to know where you live, you were threatened. You had to call me back. But it's been a fun ride anyway.
I appreciate that, Jim. We've had a lot of laughs.
I think certainly have. Where are we going for dinner tonight?
Where are we going to dinner tonight? I don't know. Call me.
Okay, I will collect. Charlie, it's been a fun ride, and I know that things are going to be great for you and everybody else. And again, many thanks for the opportunity to have some fun with you and the people here at BET.
All right, talking cars tomorrow morning, 8 to 11.
Yep. Take care, Charlie.
Thanks, Junior. Bye-bye. All right, 8:30 News is coming up. We'll get an update from AP more on Hurricane Charlie, which is about to slam into the west coast of Florida. Check in with Steve Winslow in 2 minutes on WBET 1460 Brockton.
AP Update, I'm Ross Simpson. Hurricane Charlie's on the way, and 2 million people have now been told to evacuate the west coast of Florida. Governor Jeb Bush says it's a scary storm.
Obviously, the potential for major flooding on the west coast is there, as well as significant wind damage. So this is a serious storm.
The hurricane is now about 85 miles west of Key West with winds 110 miles per hour. It could make landfall late today or early tonight around Tampa Bay. Retired AP radio correspondent Thelma DeBrecht lives just south of Tampa in Bradenton.
People here bracing for a hurricane that they have not seen for decades, so many people are really not certain what's really in store for them here.
A forecaster says if Charlie reaches Category 3 strength, it could leave parts of downtown Tampa and nearby MacDill Air Force Base underwater. MacDill is the nerve center of the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. Now to Iraq and Muqtada al-Sadr. His aides are talking with Iraqi officials, trying to end the fighting in the holy city of Najaf. Al-Sadr's militia has been holed up in a shrine there. U.S. Marine Captain Carrie Batson has the latest.
Iraqi security forces went into the mosque and cleared it out of Muqtada militia members. U.S. forces, which did not enter the mosque, conducted a cordon around the building.
Inexcusable, that's how New Jersey Governor James McGreevey describes his extramarital affair with a man. He admitted the relationship yesterday and announced he is resigning. Correspondent Sean Marsh has more from Trenton.
From the voters' standpoint, there was absolute shock from some people, and other people just took it kind of nonchalantly. As far as political officials go, the reaction has been mostly heartfelt. Their hearts go out to the governor and his family.
The New Jersey Senate president will become acting governor November 15th. This is AP Network News.
This is full-service radio for Metro South. Here's the latest news on WBET 1460.
Still hovering around 73 degrees in downtown Brockton at 8:32. And meteorologist Cameron Thomas from the Metro South Weather Center calling for cloudy skies with showers, possibly heavy at times today. The temperatures getting into the 70s to low 80s, and a National Weather Service flood watch is in effect for southeastern Massachusetts. A full look at the forecast coming up. News is brought to you by A&M Mortgage Services. Stop wasting money on rent and let them show you how you can buy a home with no money down. Call 508-822-0600 A&M Mortgage Services. I'm Steve Winslow reporting for WBET News. And here's what's happening. As we've just mentioned, the National Weather Service has issued a flood watch for much of Metro South and southeastern Massachusetts for this afternoon and into tonight. The National Weather Service's Tracy McCormick explains why.
What we can expect is Bonnie is in the Carolinas right now, and that'll be working its way up the coast. And it should be get here. The precipitation start around 2 p.m. today and go until this evening around 8 or 9 p.m. tonight. We're expecting about 1 to 3 inches of rainfall from Bonnie, as much as 4 or 5 inches locally.
The National Weather Service says that the showers will also be effective on Sunday as Hurricane Charlie makes its effect throughout much of the U.S. over the weekend. And again, Cameron Thomas with a full look at your forecast for the weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Now, last night a storm did pass through much of Massachusetts and the region, leaving some heavy showers briefly, and some areas had power outages. Mass Electric's Amy Atwood says that the power outage in Brockton in the early morning hours, however, was not affected by the actual storm.
We had approximately 1,900 customers out starting at 2 a.m. until approximately 5 a.m., and that was due to equipment failure on a pole on Weston Street, and those customers that were affected were in that vicinity.
Atwood says that all the power has been restored to the region since 5 o'clock this morning. 64-year-old Brockton surveyor is in a coma after being infected with Eastern equine encephalitis. It's the first human case of the mosquito-borne illness here in the Bay State since 2001. Man has been hospitalized at Caritas Good Samaritan Medical Center since August 4th and remained in critical condition at last check, according to hospital spokeswoman Ann Ferreira. And when the man arrived August 4th, he was semi-conscious and had a temperature over 104 degrees, according to an assistant commissioner with the state's Department of Public Health, Ralph Timperi. Meanwhile, officials throughout the state are warning residents in the region that the mosquito control is underway, but the Eastern equine encephalitis has been detected in the communities of Easton, Halifax, and Middleborough, where the Brockton surveyor worked, all over the past couple of weeks. Now, if you're outside, you're advised to use mosquito repellent with DEET in it, to wear long-sleeve shirts and pants in areas where mosquitoes are most active, and to stay out of those areas during the courses of heavy afternoon and evening hours. Avon's School Building Committee has unanimously voted this week to terminate the general contractor for a $15 million renovation project at their middle and high school. That vote Tuesday stops all work on the building, and the building committee now is focusing on getting a temporary building running. The School Building Committee Chairman, Brian Murphy, tells the Enterprise that the town's concentration is on getting the Crowley School in shape for September 7th opening day, where the children and teachers will be placed. The committee opened a public session Tuesday night to have the announcement with a unanimous vote taken during an executive session to terminate all dealings with contractor AMG Construction, despite the fact AMG insisted that enough of the middle and high school would be ready for the scheduled start of school. However, project managers and architects estimate that at the staffing level AMG has on the job, the school would not be ready to be occupied until as late as December. In other news around the region, General Motors is going to get a $2 million tax break from the town of Norton on the parts distribution center it plans to open there next fall. Reports indicate that a special town meeting Wednesday night by Norton residents gave near unanimous backing to create an economic opportunity center at the industrial park, where the 400,000 square foot plant would be built starting in September. Tax increment financing agreement with Norton and General Motors allows for the company over the next 20 years to get a tax break, while at the same time, the $37 million building is going to bring some $5.5 million in tax revenue to the town of Norton. Taunton police and U.S. Marshals collaborated in efforts to arrest a local man who was wanted in connection with the attempted murder of his ex-girlfriend last month. 27-year-old Luis Molina was arrested at gunpoint Wednesday morning at his new girlfriend's home. Molina is accused of stabbing his ex-girlfriend, 24-year-old Vicky Phoebus, in her apartment July 29th in Taunton on County Street. A Pembroke electrical contractor faces $52,000 in fines from a U.S. Labor Department's Occupational Safety Health Administration violation. It seems on April 28th, employees at Amber Electrical Company were installing electrical cables at the Hingham Mall when one worker became caught in a motorized cable pulling machine. OSHA's inspection found that the cable puller's on-off switch was broken and inoperable, and that the company, Amber Electric, could have had that switch working, and if it was, the accident would have been prevented. OSHA has issued a willful citation to Amber Electric for the broken and inoperable switch and proposed a $28,000 fine. It could be as much as $52,000. And Governor Romney is in Greece today. The governor and First Lady Ann Romney will attend the opening ceremonies of the 2004 Summer Olympic Games in Athens. Romney will be honored for his work as the head of the 2002 Winter Games in Salt Lake City. Briefly in sports, the Rocks and Elmira Pioneers will play a doubleheader beginning at 5 this evening. Coverage on WBET, starting with the first game in progress at 6:45 after last night's game was rained out. And the Red Sox defeated the Tampa Bay Devil Rays at Fenway yesterday. Pedro Martinez a complete game victory with a 6-0 win. The Massachusetts daily lottery number from Thursday, 6488, and the Mass Millions, 11, 12, 24, 28, 38, and 39 with a bonus ball of 26. WBET News Time, 8:38, and we'll take a look at the Metro South Weather Center forecast next.
Are you wasting money on rent? Think you can't get a mortgage with no money down? Think again. Let A&M Mortgage Services show you how you can buy a home even if you have poor credit. Mark A. Palmer and Associates at A&M Mortgage Services will guide you through the home buying process. You work hard, support your family, and pay your bills, but never have enough saved for a down payment. A&M Mortgage Services offers many first-time homebuyer programs with no money down, plus down payment assistance and credit counseling. Plus, they'll give you $250 towards your appraisal when your loan closes. Don't wait any longer. Interest rates are going up. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on rent and call A&M Mortgage Services today at 508-822-0600. That's 508-822-0600. A&M Mortgage Services is located at 135 Washington Street in Taunton. A&M Mortgage Services. They'll show you how easy it is to buy your first home.
This weather report brought to you by Napa Antifreeze Coolant. Make sure your car keeps its cool this summer. Stop by Napa and get $2 off a gallon of Napa Antifreeze Coolant after mail-in rebate. Napa, get the good stuff. Flood watch in effect for the day today all the way through this evening. Occasional rain, some heavy at times. Breezy and humid mid-70s. Rain should be tapering off tonight, mid-60s. Still breezy, though. Saturday, we'll have a break with intervals of sun and clouds, highs in the lower 80s. But then more rain is likely on Sunday with highs in the low 70s. I'm meteorologist Cameron Thomas on WBET 1460.
And we currently have 73 degrees downtown. The news is brought to you by A&M Mortgage Services. Stop wasting money on rent and let them show you how you can buy a home with no money down. Call 508-822-0600. A&M Mortgage Services. They'll show you how easy it is to buy your first home. I'm Steve Winslow reporting for WBET 1460. And at 8:40, we bring you the morning voice of Brockton, Charlie Bergeron.
For the next 20 minutes, anyway.
Yes. And Charlie, thank you.
Hey, it's been a lot of fun. We'll wrap it up in another 20 minutes and pass the baton. But, yeah, it's been a good run. And I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do the news one more time this morning. Sneak that in and get that taken care of. Put that on my archives or whatever.
Thank you, Mother Nature, for that. Unbelievable. But no, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come here, Charlie, work with you and everybody else here. I don't want to get too much into it, but thank you, Charlie.
It's been a good run. It's been a great run for all concerned.
Yes.
And we'll wrap it up in about 20 minutes, and we'll say I want to get into it. I'm not a big believer in long, drawn-out things when it's time to move on, but it's time to move on. So that's it. And we'll talk a little bit more about it at the end of this half hour.
Absolutely.
And I think Mr. Carpenter, who is coming in after me at 9, will be doing a little bit of stuff, I guess, about, I don't know what. I don't know what to think.
Well put.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. We are expecting some folks to come by and visit today, former employees and friends and all that good stuff. And if they do, that'd be great, and he can drag them in and talk to them.
That's right.
It's been fun. It's been a great run. It's been a blast. And as I said, we'll expand on that a little bit more in just a little bit. But you know what? What we're here for is for the people who are out on the other side. So let's get to today's Summer Readers.
Hi, my name is Kayla Damon, and I'm in the 4th grade at the Belmont Street School. I'm reporting live from the red carpet at the Best Book Awards. Here comes Mary Pope Osborne, the author of my favorite book, Polar Bears Past Bedtime. This is one book of a series, and each book takes the characters on different adventures. This book is about a boy and girl who start off in a treehouse and end up in the Arctic. Before they can go anywhere, now I'll ask them to answer 3 questions correctly. The children learn about Arctic life from sail hunters. They learn, for example, the word igloo means house. I love this book for many reasons. The first is because even though the pictures are in black and white, the words help me to picture the story better. I can read this book over and over again and never get tired of it. In fact, when I have nothing to do, I usually pick up this book. Once again, this is Kayla Damon in the 4th grade saying have a safe and wonderful book-filled summer.
Presented by the Department of Elementary Education and Instruction K-8 of the Brockton Public Schools. Coordinated by Gene Chaney.
Good morning.
Hey, Gus, why so gloomy?
My car is in really bad shape.
Hey, do what I did. Get that puppy to Centerville Auto Body.
If your car needs a facelift, take it to Centerville Auto Body. They're collision repair specialists. They offer free estimates, towing, and expert glass work. Plus, Centerville Auto Body is proud to support our local sports teams and charities. Centerville Auto Body, located at 9 Packard Street in Brockton. Call 508-588-8458. Don't be a gloomy Gus. Visit Centerville Auto Body. They want your body, even if it's a wreck.
This summer, for great food and fun, the place to be is Mulligan's at Joe Angelo's Cafe. Wednesday night is Open Blues Jam, hosted by Lois Greco. Fridays from 4:30 to 7:30. Join in the fun of the TGIF party with Greg Buckley playing the hits of the 60s and 70s. This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, Mulligan's DJs play your favorite dance music. Friday night, it's Rymy and Higgins' Heineken Night Dance Party. Every Sunday after a Rocks home game, visit Mulligan's for a Rocks post-game party with entertainment by the Greg Buckley Band. Angelo's outside deck is open. Enjoy a delicious meal with your favorite cocktail, and smoking is permitted. Now serving their pub menu during construction of their new kitchen. Plus, the Gourmet Deli is open daily 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. Visit Mulligan's on Main Street in Brockton, right across from the courthouse. This summer, great food and fun. The place to be is Mulligan's. I'll check the roads for you one more time with Quentin Migliori in just a few minutes. DW Field Golf Course at 331 Oak Street in Brockton says be especially careful when passing a child on a bicycle. Sometimes the cyclist is inexperienced and may make an unexpected maneuver. This message from head golf pro Brian Mathos at DW Field Golf Course, where you can enjoy America's favorite outdoor sport in a relaxed, friendly atmosphere. Call 508-580-7855. 508-580-7855. DW Field Golf Course at 331 Oak Street in Brockton. It is 8:45 on WBET 1460. Just about 8:45. We'll get to Wall Street numbers coming up here in just a little bit, and headlines are also on the way. Attention car and truck enthusiasts. If you're looking for custom auto and truck accessories, visit Motion Hydraulics for SUV rim and tire packages, professional custom leather interiors, expert window tinting, custom suspension systems, and body kits, all at reasonable prices. At Motion Hydraulics, their customers are their number one priority. 251 Crescent Street, Brockton, 508-588-1783, online at motionhydraulics.com. Motion Hydraulics and Auto Accessories. If it's not your first stop, make it your last. 8:46 on WBET. Check the roads for you one more time next.
This summer, you too can be cruising the Cape with Lucini Motor Sales at WBET 1460. Whether it be in a brand new Thunderbird convertible, a new or Ford certified quality check 4x4, or on Captain John boats, you can be cruising the Cape this summer by getting down to Lucini Motor Sales, 370 South Main Street, Route 28 West Bridgewater, and filling out an entry to win a family 4-pack of tickets for Captain John boats in Lucini Motor Sales weekly drawings. Discover the great whales of the North Atlantic. Bring your family and friends on a comfortable cruise across Cape Cod Bay to enjoy the day in Provincetown, courtesy of Lucini Motor Sales and WBET. Lucini Motor Sales consistently meets and exceeds Ford's Blue Oval certified target in customer service. With your investment in today's high-tech cars and trucks, you can be assured that you and your vehicle will be well taken care of by Lucini Motor Sales. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again and win a family 4-pack of Captain John's tickets at Lucini Motor Sales, South Main Street, Route 28 West Bridgewater. Call 508-583-5500 today. That's 508-583-5500.
All right, it's 8:47 on WBET. One more time to the roads. Quentin Migliori. Quentin.
Thank you, Charlie. Good morning, everybody. Been a fairly quiet ride today. It is Friday the 13th, so you just don't know what to expect. But we do want to remind you folks, because of the weather situation, there may be some flooding in low-lying areas and also some some fog, so just watch out for that. Far as on the road goes, you're in great shape right now. Those of you on 2495 heading for 128, looking pretty good. Light to moderate volume, not a bad ride at all. The 128 stretch right now, no delays from 138 to Highland Avenue. Moving up to the expressway, a busy ride, Freeport to Columbia Road, and on 3 North heading for the expressway. Believe it or not, good ride from Plymouth to Union Street. Can't beat that. This update brought to you by Super Shoes. Stop by Super Shoes this week for their back-to-school sale featuring footwear, clothing, and accessories for the entire family. Super Shoes. Check it out. I'm Quentin Migliore, 1460 WBET.
Thank you, sir. We're closing in on 12 minutes before the break on WBET. We'll get to numbers from Wall Street. Not a good day at all for the market. And headlines are all next in the next 2 minutes at 8:48.
Here's an update from the financial desk. Stocks closed lower as oil prices shot past the $45 a barrel mark, and another technology company had disappointing earnings and guidance. The Dow Industrials finished with a loss of 123 3/4 at 98.14. The Nasdaq Composite Index was down nearly 30 points at 1752, and the S&P 500 dropped 12.5 points, closing at 1063. Hewlett-Packard was the most active issue on the New York Stock Exchange, down $2.57 or 13% at $16.95 with 79 million shares traded. Cisco Systems was the Nasdaq volume leader at $17.79, down 50 cents with 98 million shares traded. On the Treasury market, the benchmark 10-year note was up 7/32 with the yield down 2 basis points to 4.25%. I'm James Limbach.
Taking aim at Tampa, I'm Ross Simpson with an AP update. Florida officials have now ordered nearly 2 million people to evacuate as Hurricane Charlie approaches the west coast of Florida. Hundreds of thousands of people have already left. Key West is now getting wind and rain from Charlie, and the storm is expected to get stronger as it spins north. Top winds could send a potentially devastating storm surge through downtown Tampa. His aides say Muqtada al-Sadr has shrapnel wounds from the fighting in Najaf. But the Iraqi government tells a different story. It says the radical Shiite cleric hasn't been wounded, and reports of his injuries are a ploy aimed at inciting his followers. The Scott Peterson double murder trial resumes today and resumes Monday in Redwood City, California, with more recordings of phone calls between Peterson and his former mistress. I'm Ross Simpson.
All right, weather coming up next, and the report brought to you by Mortgagees for refinancing, for home equity loans, investment property, or the home of your own. 800-279-0993. Mortgagees helping you realize your dreams.
Have you ever had the experience of going to a store and missed a sale and prices went up and you lost out on saving a ton of money? Mortgage rates are extremely low, so don't miss out on this opportunity to save thousands of dollars on your mortgage. Call Mortgagees today at 1-800-279-0993. Get money to make home improvements and add value to your home. Pay off credit cards and turn that debt into tax-deductible interest. Pay college tuition bills. Buy that multi-family investment property for your future, or get the money to purchase the home of your dreams. Since 1988, Mortgage East has helped hundreds of people just like you get the money they need. Become a satisfied Mortgage East customer. I'm Nick Palmieri, president of Mortgage East. You'll get personal service from us for a mortgage, refinance, or a home equity loan. Call Mortgage East today at 1-800-279-0993. Mortgage broker license MB0216. Mortgage East, helping you realize your dreams.
This weather report brought to you by Napa Antifreeze Coolant. Make sure your car keeps its cool this summer. Stop by Napa and get $2 off a gallon of Napa Antifreeze Coolant after mail-in rebate. Napa, get the good stuff. Flood watch in effect for the day today all the way through this evening. Occasional rain, some heavy at times. Breezy and humid mid-70s. Rain should be tapering off tonight, mid-60s. Still breezy, though. Saturday, we'll have a break with intervals of sun and clouds, highs in the lower 80s. But then more rain is likely on Sunday with highs in the low 70s. I'm meteorologist Cameron Thomas on WBET 1460.
Hi, Cameron. 74 degrees right now in downtown Brockton. Hey, Clyde Meserve Appliances, a reminder that they've got a terrific inventory of new Whirlpool home appliances in stock, and you can get everything from stainless steel to white or black or biscuit colors. Business in the same location, run by the same family since 1950. Quality Whirlpool home appliances have been their specialty since 1965. Factory authorized and trained service technicians will service your Whirlpool appliances, and even if you didn't buy them from Meserve, they can still be serviced And remember, deliveries are all made by reserve, and usually you'll get a same-day or next-day appointment. Call them, 508-378-3131. Price tag you see on any new appliance at Meserve includes free delivery and removal of your old unit, and you'll save even more if you take the appliance with you. Like it delivered, same-day or next-day delivery is available. Terms are cash or check, no credit cards, please, and 30-day layaway is available as well. I'll get that. That could be the door. Open 8 to 7 Monday through Thursday, 8 to 2 today, Friday, and closed on Saturdays and Sundays. Call Clyde Meserve Appliances, 508-378-3131, 508-378-3131 for Clyde Meserve Appliances.
The star players of Bristol County present the Rodgers and Hammerstein classic musical Carousel. Don't miss Carousel, 2 weekends only at the air-conditioned Friedman Theater in Taunton, beginning Friday, August 13th, with such favorites as You'll Never Walk Alone, June is Bustin' Out All Over, and If I Loved You. That's the Star Players Carousel, 2 weekends only at the Friedman Theater in Taunton. More information and tickets available online at starplayersbc.org or by calling 508-823-9040. That's 508-823-9040 or starplayersbc.org. Don't miss Carousel, Friday, August 13th to Sunday, August 22nd at the air-conditioned Friedman Theater in Taunton. 508-823-9040 or starplayersbc.org.
7 before the news on WBET 1460. Get to our point of law coming up here in just a second. The law office of Zwicker & Zwicker, 92 Pleasant Street, Bridgewater, says safe driving is something we should all practice every time we're behind the wheel, but especially in our child-filled areas. This message from the law office of Zwicker & Zwicker, where attorneys David and Kristen Zwicker concentrate in divorce, personal injury, and criminal law. If they can be of service to you or a member of your family, 508-697-5848, 508-697-5848, the law office of Zwicker & Zwicker, 92 Pleasant Street, Bridgewater.
Can a seaman fired for being too ill to work get compensation from his employer for maintenance, cure, and damages? That question came to court in the case of the exasperated engineer. I'm Curtis Howard with today's Point of Law. Steve Newcastle was the kind of man who knew the insides of every engine that had ever pushed a ship. So he became exasperated with himself when he started having dizzy spells in the engine room of the cargo ship he was assigned to. He tried through sheer willpower to stop them, but it didn't work. The shipping company found out about his dizzy spells and discharged him. Dan Harvey, his captain, said, "Sorry about it, Steve, but you could endanger the ship." So Steve left the ship and eventually found work ashore. The dizzy spells continued to bother Steve, so he finally went to a doctor. The doctor explained to him that he had a heart problem that sometimes caused insufficient blood to reach his brain, causing the dizziness. On his doctor's advice, Steve had a pacemaker surgically installed in his chest. The dizzy spells stopped, and Steve felt he was ready to return to his capacity on board a ship. When Steve was finally offered a job on the ship as chief engineer, he accepted. But he felt he'd been mistreated by his old employer. So Steve filed suit under maritime law, asking for the cost of cure and maintenance while disabled. Steve's attorney told the court, "The evidence shows that the heavy engine room work caused or at least contributed to Steve's heart trouble. The shipping company knew of his ailment and either could not or would not offer him other work that would be easier on him. Maritime law provides for appropriate not be awarded maintenance or damages for the period when he was receiving wages from another employer." It's a point of law.
8:56 on WBET 1460.
I run a growing business, and recently I wanted to redesign our business cards for our sales department. So I went to Surf Speedy in downtown Brockton. They helped me choose the right design for the image I wanted, and they can print 500 business cards for as low as $20. And then we needed some flyers and brochures
to highlight our new product line. And Sir Speedy gave me a tremendous variety of choices and made up a brochure that was just perfect. My boss loved it. Oh, and then my daughter reminded me that we still needed the invitations made for her wedding. And I was amazed at the selection of great-looking invitations they had to choose from. We also had a stack of some great color photos
of our vacation, and we wanted some copies to leave with my folks at dinner that night. And Sir Speedy's state-of-the-art color copier made beautiful copies right there on the spot. And then it occurred to me.
Wherever you are and whatever your printing need is, Sir Speedy in downtown Brockton will take care of it all.
Sir Speedy is Brockton's only downtown printer. For any printing need, see the experts. Sir Speedy, 62 Main Street in the Enterprise Building, Brockton. Bill Carpenter's coming up with the Newsline program after the 9 o'clock news at about 9:10 or so. And 2 hours of, I don't know what. He's popping open his Diet Pepsi, so he's ready to go. Marion Rubel's Conversations, 11:05. And then later on today, Realty Show, PHP at 4, and then Pete and Hank at 5 to 6:45. Then we get the Rocks. The Rocks will be playing 2 tonight against Elmira. Missed most of Game 1, unfortunately, but we'll catch the end of Game 1 and all of Game 2, and you'll hear it right here on WBET. All right, a couple minutes before the break, and this is it for me. And to take the page out of a couple of other people's books, there's no way I would even begin to try to personally thank people, because you do that and then you leave somebody out and then you feel horrible about it for a long time. So there've been a lot of people over the last 20 some odd years. I don't know how long it's been, really. It was back in the late 70s we got started. We've been doing this the mornings since mid-80s maybe, somewhere in there. But it's time to wrap it up, and it's time to move on, and it will be in very capable hands with Steve Mason starting on Monday. It's been a blast. It's been a lot of fun. We've had a million laughs around here. And I'll tell you what, people will say that, they work with a good group of people. I work with the best. And not just this group today, but others over the years. And it's been very flattering and very humbling to get some of the accolades and the kudos that have been coming in this direction in the last couple of weeks. It's been really, really nice. And to all the people who have called and said so many nice things, it is greatly, greatly appreciated, and I'll take it with me. And for the staff here, I know there are some folks out front right now, actually, who are coming by because there's free food, and that's part of the business. They're here also, and that's very flattering to me. It's all about your friends that you make in the business. And about the people who are outside on the other side of the radio who are nice enough to call and say nice things. So, again, my heartfelt thanks to everybody. It's been a blast. And, as I said, I'll be around. Oh, God. Here comes the salesman. And there's many parts of the business I didn't care for, and we'll just get rid of that. That's an internal joke. I can't go any further with that. Anyway, thanks to everybody. It's been a lot of fun. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. The station's been in business since 1946, and it's going to be in business for another 50 or 60 years, so don't go away. News is next at 9 o'clock. Thank you all. God bless you all. It's news at 9 o'clock on WBET Brockton. CNN News is next at the top of the hour.
CNN Radio News. I'm David Hull. Hurricane Charlie has the west coast of Florida in its crosshairs. Dan Brown at the National Forecast Center tracking that storm.
Maximum sustained winds remain around 110 miles per hour. We do think it could strengthen a little bit before making landfall, making it a major hurricane category 3.
Currently, Charlie just below Key West, meaning those who haven't gotten out of harm's way don't have a lot of time left.